Hey everyone, in this video we are going to look at the Miller-Urey experiment. The instructions say to label the diagram below and explain how this experiment contributed to our understanding of how life may have started on Earth. So the big idea about the Miller-Urey experiment was that it showed that inorganic compounds that were present on primitive Earth could be the building blocks needed to create some of the macromolecules that we see present in modern day life. Now, there were a couple of key conditions that were needed in order to replicate the conditions of primitive Earth. And so Miller and Urey built this apparatus to conduct the experiment. And we're going to start in this area here where they kind of added the ingredients that would have been present in primitive Earth. So things such as ammonia, water, carbon dioxide. The most important thing you need to remember from this is that oxygen was not present. And so these key ingredients were placed into this area and it was gently heated to encourage evaporation. And so what happens is this mixture converts from liquid to gas, and the gases rise up through the tube. Now they had various places here where they could stop, remove samples to make sure that they were pure. But one of the things that was needed that was present on primitive Earth, the second thing that was needed, so we had to make sure we did not have oxygen present. The second thing that we needed to do was add some kind of energy, or what we call free energy, to the system. So on primitive Earth, this would have been done through UV radiation from the sun, but it also could have been lightning. So what happened was Miller and Urey used this area where it had electrodes, and this was to simulate lightning. And again, that lightning was to provide energy. Now what's happening is the lightning is breaking bonds and allowing these molecules to kind of switch partners and mix up. And so what Miller and Urey did was they added this area, which is called a condenser. So what this does, it brings in cold water to surround the pipe and then encourages the gas that has been electrolyzed here to condense back into a liquid. So this would simulate what happens in the clouds when water comes down as rain. So this experiment is allowed to run for some time, and after a week they come into this area right here and move a sample out, and after a week they started to notice that these molecules started rearranging in different ways, and so they got some very primitive and very small molecules. They let this continue to run, and after some time they started to pull out larger, more complex molecules. Now, you don't need to remember the molecules that they pulled, with the exception of one, which is amino acids. And you need to recognize that amino acids are the building blocks of proteins, which is a type of macromolecule. So that was the point of the Miller-Urey experiment, was to show that those inorganic precursors present on primitive Earth, when provided with an oxygen-free atmosphere and provided with free energy, could create the building blocks or monomers of macromolecules, such as what we saw with the amino acids. I hope this video was helpful. Thanks for watching. Bye.